No score after one on EA Sports. Here's McCaffrey. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Christian McCaffrey. He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
At the Vikings' 29-yard line.
Great. Watch the ship.
Throwing is Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Break the set. 20. Mike 54. Mike 54. It's been a long day for you. Chance. Gun.
Newton on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They start the drive with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Break the high. 54 Mike. Let's go. 300. 5300.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Cousins now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Tackle made by K1 Short.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Panthers' 39-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On the carry, it's Cook. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Gun. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, Mike, 50.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. After the sack on 1st down, Newton, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Newton now 6 of 10 of this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Back to throw, Newton. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Lets it fly for Thielen, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it again with Cook. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Cousins now from the 50. Setting up the screen for Cook. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. It's complete to Diggs. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them, run fits. Everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Quit talking about it.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And a short pickup here as he'll get across. The 10 to the 11-yard line.
Let's stop at the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Ready? Right there in the middle. 55. I got you, pop.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Complete to right. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
Right there, 54 Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
54. Mike 54.
Now the Panthers going to use the... First of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Newton. And that is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run with McCaffrey. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
20.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Wright's got it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. Now a first down throw for Newton. This is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Let's go, get it.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to solve.
Gano now following the taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Cousins throw complete to Thielen. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
No gain on this defense, no gain. First. Right there, 54, right there. Hey, Delta. 54, Mike. What's that?
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down.
Check 6 guys. Ring up 48. Check out 3. Yellow.
They'll throw again, Cousins. And it's knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. Just to get it back to a one-score game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Newton's going to throw it. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Now it's Newton. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Results in a 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Well, a little drama there at the end, but
Dance, jump in the No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Hit dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears.
Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from uptown Charlotte. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Right there, 54 Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Coming off the pick six, it's Newton. That's caught. It's Jarius Wright. 23 yards on the play. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man, it's right. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 23. Newton on first down. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run. Cook.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Bring up 48.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
And that's how you want to start a sequence defensively. That's what we used to call, partner, hello, glad to meet you. Tagged him for a loss.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 29 yards. First down. McCaffrey on the toss right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side.
And this is going to be in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
On second down, it's Cook. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll run it. Here's Cook. "25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down."
In that situation on 3rd and inches, it's not a surprise that you're going to have big-time guys up front trying to stop things, so you've got to win the leverage game. And the offensive line did that. They got lower than the guys in front of them and pushed them aside. But even they had to be surprised at what the result was. That kind of yardage on 3rd and inches, that's not what you get on every play.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. He can run for it, and he will.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Switch it, Ken, switch it. Check 26, check 26. Shoot. Check 15, check 15. Check.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Hey, no, easy. Yeah. Hey, one set. Check, Mike, 54. One set.
Cousins to throw it. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now a run with Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Check 13, 61, matchbox right.
Now Cook running right. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Well, they've got it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
On first down, it's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys have got it. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
That's it, baby. That's it.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 1st down, Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now left side on the swing pass. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Trey Boston up to make the tackle.
Gun. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
All right, now here we go.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business in the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Going to run with Madison again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. Bailey's kick is good. And we're back now in Charlotte, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Newton now to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now a shot.